welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your host, Lizzabitty. I want to thank everyone first for joining me on this particular video, because today we're going to be talking about the cost of living here in Dubai. There has been some chatter in different chats that I've been in when people would ask me questions, etc. Oh, they say, oh, Dubai is so expensive, etc., etc., etc. Remember, wherever you go, everything is typically relative. So before we jump into it, I want to thank you guys for watching the last video discussing how I actually came about living here in Dubai. Okay, so let's jump right into the video. Cost of living. So since I was brought here due to my employer, everyone's situation here when they come vis-a-vis their employer, they are set up on different levels in terms of their basic cost of living. What do I mean by that? Meaning their housing, transportation, all of that. So for me, yes, I work for an American company, and here we go. I'll tell you about, I can only speak about my situation. However, I will give you other instances of how people's programs are set up. So as an American coming into Dubai, you can come here for up to 30 days without having to get a regular visa. And even when you get a regular visa, depending on what type of visa it is, of course, there's fees associated with it, etc. Okay? So on behalf of my company, since they brought me here, they petitioned my visa, which also is the same as my work permit, okay? So I didn't have to pay for any of that. All I needed was some passport photos, and here you are. So that's a part of the cost of living in itself, because you have to have that in order to be legitimate, excuse me. So we get here, meaning we, the team, and what is the company paying for? So my housing is included, okay? Now, what is included in my housing? In my apartment, I don't pay any electric bills, any water bills. I don't have a propane bill, meaning propane to cook, etc. So I don't have to worry about that. The internet is also included in my apartment. Yes, it is Wi-Fi. It is. So in terms of my basic living, I don't have to pay for anything. So let's fast forward to car. I don't drive here. So typically for me, in terms of my transportation, how I get around is taxi cabs. If it's in close proximity, I walk, or I get on the Dubai Metro. The Dubai Metro is very convenient. They have a full red, green line as well as a tram. So I can pretty much move about very, very easily, okay? So I don't have any issues in terms of my transportation, okay? So let's talk about food. What do I typically spend on food? Well, let me back up. In terms of transportation, before the lockdown, I typically would spend 300 dirhams. Well, I would put that on my Metro card. That Metro card allows me to use the Metro as well as the bus, if I wanted to catch the bus, okay? It's preloaded. So I would put 300 dirhams a month, and 300 dirhams is not quite $90, okay? So that's how I would typically do it for my monthly transportation budget, all right? Now, let's move on to food. So I am a single woman. However, since the lockdown, I have been cooking more than I normally would. I have been eating more than I normally would. I'm typically more of a libations kind of girl, not spirits, but some other libations. So for me, my grocery bill as a single person is going to vary. One, I'm not so adventurous when it comes to a lot of different cuisines. I'm not. I have to be honest with you. Once I do find something that I like, of course, I stick to it. Okay? So, for me, if I'm trying to get the comforts of home and what I would cook if I was at home, my grocery bill is a little bit higher. Why? I do a lot of home baking, okay? A lot of baking stuff that we typically use. It's a bit more pricier here. However, let me say this, because I don't want people who are watching to get the wrong idea. A lot of grocery store prices here are based on where you reside. What do I mean by that? When I am down in Diera, city center area, prices are vastly cheaper at grocery stores and things down there. And that is primarily because of the clientele and their income and what they are willing to pay for certain things. So the prices are lower. Where I live, it's a bit more pricier. It's the neighborhood. It's almost like at home, like with your car insurance. Depending on your zip code, your car insurance, it could be higher or it could be lower. But it's reverse, because at home, your car insurance is lower if they feel like you live in a very safe area, and whereas if they feel as if you're in a high crime area, your car insurance is that more costly. So I just wanted to put that out there about the grocery and the food shopping, etc. Okay? Now, let me say this. I love going to the fish market. The fish market here, I did a video. If you go back and look where it says Dubai Fish Market and catch that video, you will see the inside of the actual fish market. Well, outside of the area where the fish is contained, they have fresh fruits and vegetables. They have a butcher shop in there. So, and they also have a grocery store in there. Now, and that grocery store is the little hypermart. So in that respect, you can get more bang for your buck. They were clean and cut fish and all of whatever else you buy in the way that you want. And it is dirt cheap to get it done. But I like going there because, again, you get more bang for your buck. The problem is, it is so far away. Even if I went by cab, it's a long drive. You're talking about almost a 45 to 50 minute cab ride. So on the train and the bus, because if I caught the metro and on the bus, it would take me about an hour and 30 minutes to get there. In this climate, it would be even long. It would be shorter. It would be a shorter ride down there because there's not as many people out because of this lockdown. So again, I like going down there. It's just the fact that it is just so far. It's not very convenient for me. So when I'm in the area and that's the last thing on my list, if I don't have something else that's like pressing me to get back to my side of town, I'll go down there, I'll get what I need, and then I'll come back. Again, it's just so tedious in being so far away. The area where I live, which is near a lot of tourist attractions, okay? So one, that is going to cater to that dynamic as well. I can't say that I've seen a lot of prices being slashed due to that. So with everything being about where you live and all of that, this is how the prices come about. They have, I'm gonna talk about the prices, but I'm gonna get into something about the actual grocery stores. So you could be asking yourself, well, are there a lot of stores that have a lot of American products or products that you're familiar with in terms of cooking and sustaining yourself for nourishment? The answer to that is yes. So you have a chain called Spinneys. Spinneys is nice. I love Spinneys. The one that's closest to me, they can be a bit pricey depending on what you get. I also made a video about being about in Dubai. In that video, if you go back and watch that video, I am in a Spinneys that's in Deera, okay? Yes, some of the prices are the same, even though I've moved areas. However, that is because Spinneys has a lot of British and American products. These products, because they're imported, they are going to be more expensive. So you have to be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. So there's not like really one cookie cutter template as to what you would actually spend on food. Another chain here is called Clotham's. Clotham's is like, what do I want to call it? Clotham's is, let's say it's a mini version of a hypermart, but Clotham's sells a lot of American products as well. Now, I don't go there often. Clotham's, there's one that is close to the Spinneys that I frequent that is near my home. I've only been in there once, and then there's a larger Clotham's that is closer to Jumeirah Marina. That one, I believe, I think that's the biggest one, I want to say. I haven't been in that one yet. So that's another chain. And then you have the Carrefour chain, which is French owned, and they are everywhere. They also have what you would call a Walmart neighborhood market version. And so they have smaller ones as well, because Carrefour is like a super Walmart. Okay, and then you have smaller chain grocery stores. There's one in particular that I love because they have a lot of American products that I like. And they are called Safest Way. Now, Safest Way only has 2 locations that I am familiar with. One is close to Business Bay. The other is close to Dubai Internet City. Now, in saying that, the one that is by Dubai Internet City, it is smaller. The one that is close to Business Bay is very vast. I was just in there last weekend, and I got a few things out of there because I was making a chicken tetrazzini. I think that's what I was making. Yes. So, and then you have local, like, corner stores, and those corner stores sell a lot of stuff just as if a corner store was in America as well. Now, yes, their prices are higher. Why? Logistics, convenience. So people pay for convenience, and that's just a fact. It doesn't matter where you are. Everyone is paying for convenience. So in terms of my bill, I can't really give you an ironclad number on my bill. Every so often I'll order delivery, but since the lockdown, it has been minimal because I've been doing a lot of cooking. Now, prior to that, I would never have bought the number of groceries that I have in here now. Why? Because I would be out all the time. So, yeah. Do I shop for clothing, entertainment? Let's talk about clothing. No, I do not do a lot of clothing shopping here. I will be honest with you. I like to online shop. And my favorite retailers, which are B1s, Black First, they are not here. So typically what I'll do, I'll order something, I'll send it to a home address in the States, and then I'll get a package. I'll say, well, pack up all this stuff for me and mail me a package. And so that's how I'll get some stuff. So people love the shopping here. I'm not saying you can't get good deals. I'm just telling you what I do. Yeah. You have entertainment here. But since the lockdown, the entertainment has become minuscule, excuse me. So I have not partaken in any since March. Like live bands, because that's really my thing. Live music is really my thing. I have not been able to partake in that, and they usually will have something every weekend. Okay, I love the Jazz Garden here. There's lots to do. They have Dre's. Dre's usually will bring in the hottest acts. Women, they get in free every time they have somebody over there. They have all kinds of music festivals like DXB Soul. Like I've done that. The Fridge, they do like really, really cheap live concerts in a warehouse type design. And it's very close-knit, but they also have like these art shows and all of that. So all of that has been has calmed down due to our current state of being on lockdown. So all in all, I can probably give you a number for my entertainment. So my entertainment bill is typically higher than my food bill. A rough estimate for me for monthly entertainment here is anywhere from $175 to $275 USD a month. And that's for me going out, hanging out with friends, like so. So that is just to give you an idea. On our next video, I will begin to talk about if there are struggles and all of that living here in Dubai. So please stay tuned, and you all have a great day. Thank you for tuning in, and please like, share, and subscribe.